Hello again everyone, Saka here and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the Full Circle Racing Designs 22 mod. And we are here at Richmond International Raceway, 3/4 of a mile D-shaped oval for 40 laps here with just a few races left before the cutoff. We are here in our X4 Tides of Avarice Camaro. On the outside lane, Brandon is back there somewhere in that 27 A-Shock Toyota, and we are green and looking for a hole down to the bottom. Cody Ware filling that gap behind Alex Bowman. We are not able to get down. We'll roll that top. Old BJ MacLeod into us a bit, gets us out of the groove. There's Brandon right behind BJ, gives us a hole to get into. Much appreciated. But we'll roll that outside with BJ out there, and we just got shoved out of the groove almost like a plate track. So big crash right in front. Ty Dillon into the wall. And no yellow? You gotta be kidding on me. All right, so NASCAR didn't think that was big enough for a yellow, so we will continue on behind Chris Buescher. So we've made up a few spots, lost a lot of spots, and whoa, BJ MacLeod up into the wall, got sent, and that will bring out the yellow flag. And we come across the line behind Chris Buescher. Let's break down what happened to Ty Dillon and BJ. So almost 4 wide, Ty Dillon tries to stick his nose in between LaJoie and Buescher, got turned around, and I guess since he kept going, there was no yellow, but Ty Dillon definitely the big loser in that exchange. Next lap, Brandon going 3 wide under Harrison Burton, just barely gets into Burton. Burton gets up into MacLeod, and that is indeed what brought out the yellow. So an interesting opening to the race. Let's see if we can make up some spots from here. Coming to lap 9, nearly 1/4 of the race done already, and wow, this is a big checkup. Looks like they're having some difficulty with their lives on that green flag. We'll stay behind Chris Buescher into the line and get down to the bottom if we can. Maybe 3 wide under Corey LaJoie as well. We'll put our nose in there just to see Corey. Shuts the door, slides under Timmy Hill. Brandon out in front, a couple cars out in front of Todd Gilliland, with some space in front of Eric Jones as well. Oh, BJ into us again. Jeez. So BJ MacLeod about wrecked us twice after getting wrecked himself. I almost feel like Dale during the All-Star race when he said the 5 tried to spin Bill out twice and I didn't take it. But BJ to our bottom, that is not what we need for sure. If this guy's going to be really aggressive, we'll see what we can do with him. Brandon getting shuffled a little bit by Gilliland and Harrison Burton as well. We are not doing a good job moving forward. In fact, the AI is very aggressive this Richmond race for sure. We'll stay to the outside, see if we get the run off of turn 2. But BJ will get the drive down to the inside of 3, and luckily he backs out a bit. We should clear him, and BJ MacLeod down to pit road. Maybe he got a penalty for passing before the yellow, or maybe NASCAR was just tired of his crap. But BJ down to pit road. Now the mirror is empty, and we can finally focus on moving forward. But this race goes by very quickly. 40 laps goes by in a hurry, especially when 10 go by under caution, essentially. So let's see if we can get the run behind Ty Dillon under Timmy Hill. And the car is just not where we need it to be on corner entry. Hopefully these AI car tires will start to drop off and we can start making forward motion. That would be ideal if Ty can get around the 38 of Gilliland. Outstanding. So the 42 around the 38 will follow suit. And single file out in front, that will help us sort of pick and choose our battles a little bit better. And with them running side by side like Harrison Burton, oh crap, here comes MacLeod. Well, we'll see if he pees on the wheels of progress or what exactly is going to happen. Maybe he'll turn Harrison Burton while he's at it. But he may be on new tires, which will be an interesting dilemma as well, since everyone is on the tires that they started the race with. And if BJ has 4 fresh ones, he actually may be moving forward and stick his nose where it doesn't belong. Speaking of sticking our nose where it don't belong, we'll get under Haley here. Try to get the run on Corey LaJoie, and we have a little bit of space up to Harrison Burton. Brandon under the 43 of Eric Jones moving forward as well. Indeed, LaJoie comes down. We anticipated that. We'll see if we can get the run off of turn 2 here, looking pretty close with no pressure in the mirror will take that spot. Olajoy moves down, thinks better of it. Thank you, Corey. Much appreciated. Couldn't get back to the power as hard as we needed to, though. Corey DeLajoy fighting back on that high line. Luckily, turn 1 is pretty decent for us. We can carry a little bit more speed than the AI seems to, so we can make up a little bit of ground there, but it all comes down to how we get off these turns. And Harrison Burton really pushing into Cody Ware there. That may be some trouble if they start pushing and shoving a little bit too much. And of course, I'm looking for BJ MacLeod to do something to that 43, as his track history seems to present. With just a little bit of space in between the 51 and the 78, we'll need to make a twofer pass into turn 1, I believe. So Harrison Burton to the inside. That will help us out. They won't be able to get off of turn 2 as well. We should be able to close that gap fairly quickly. At least I thought so. I mean, we are gaining just a little bit. I think turn 1 is where we're making our money. Brandon doing a good job under the 47 of Stenhouse, though. So Brandon making his way up forward, but those leaders are gone. And Richmond is one of those racetracks where once you get some clean air, you can pull away fairly quickly, especially with cars side by side behind you. And I don't know what the cars in the top 5 are doing, but we all seem to be strung out single file except for Balicki and Bubba Wallace there in front of Brandon. He'll have to make that work. Luckily, the 21 by himself, and we're gaining on the 78 as well. And it almost looks like that big pack is choking each other up. We've caught up to Stenhouse and Wallace quite a bit. It could be because of Suarez there under, is that Brad? Pressing the attack on the 21, filling that gap. Harrison gives us the lane. And we'll follow the 78 through. If he pokes a hole, we'll follow through. Jones, not the wisest move coming down on the 78 like that. I don't know if I would have done that. But BJ going for that pass again. And be my luck, he's going to stall out under this 43, and we're not going to be able to get around either one of them. We'll see if we can push the 78 by. I really don't want to go dive bombing into turn 3. Yep, that's what I thought. So BJ kind of gives us the lane. That was a late move, but I backed out of it. Didn't want to put myself in a compromising position. We'll just get BJ here into turn 1, possibly. He's going to fight back on that outside, but we will have a fender there. Still to his inside. Hopefully in the middle of 3 we'll clear him and be able to focus on Bubba Wallace. Although BJ fights back on that outside, slowly dropping back. We'll get him into turn 1 here. And hopefully that is the last time we'll have to deal with BJ MacLeod. Good corner exit. Clear of BJ, focusing on the 23 of Bubba Wallace. And we need Suarez to kind of choke up this line of 5. That will help out tremendously. Brandon going 3 wide under Chase Briscoe, as well as Alex Bowman. Pretty bold move. I kind of looked like Bowman got out to the wall. If that's some damage, that will help us, especially if Bowman starts dropping back. And we are making quite the gain on Bowman. He's becoming a lot bigger in the windshield and nothing in the mirror. So we have indeed left BJ MacLeod behind. We just need to pick our battles here where it makes sense. Use that apron to try to help the car turn, de-wedge the car. Good. Bubba, I thought Bubba was going to peek out behind the 47, but we'll take that spot. Michael McDowell up into the wall, no caution. So if McDowell is slow up top, then we can make that move. Yeah, it kind of looks like McDowell might be slower than Suarez, and Suarez was slower than this group of 5. So this is our opportunity to start moving forward, I think. Trying to cut that yellow line, and Stenhouse rolls out. Thank you, Ricky. Behind Balicki now, Brandon making his way past all of these cars as well. Quite a few cars right in front of us as time is ticking away. I believe that's Austin Cindric in front of Brandon there. So making our way slowly to the front pack, or at least the guys who are in the top 16 in points. Looks like Austin Dillon is there in front of Tyler Reddick. Oh! So wreck was Cendric into McDowell a bit. McDowell got turned around, so we will come back under the yellow. I think McDowell might have slowed up for the spin, and I didn't see that spin until it was too late. But we will go back and take a look at it and see exactly what brought this out. So lap 30, there is Cendric behind the 8. Brandon just a touch. Cendric loses it, gets out into the wall, and was going to be okay. Michael McDowell, though, right to the bottom and then gets into the brakes. Almost a very similar situation, and if Brad wasn't there, McDowell wouldn't have got so much damage. So a very mirrored wreck between McDowell and Austin Cendric. Coming to lap 36, 5 to go. Green flag is out, and they are slow. Passing on the right like we could back in 2003, getting the jump. And there's the leader, Joey Logano. If Logano takes this win, it will do nothing for points, and he'll just get his 5 bonus points. But let's drive hard, see if we can get under the 48 and the 14 here. See if we can move forward. I know Brandon is going to be pretty aggressive trying to make those pass. Under the 45 of Kurt Busch there. And we should be able to get under the 48 as well. Right down to the bottom. Good hook on the bottom. That's what I like to see. Oh, Brandon into the 45. Coming down a bit into our lane. We had to choke up a bit. The 45 and oh, into the 1. They are coming to pit road for some reason. And the race will end under yellow. So a late move by Ross Chastain trying to come to pit road was shoved out of the way, and that's what brought out the caution. I don't know if that would have qualified as a caution, but Ross Chastain with a lot of spaces lost. And the kicker out of all of this is Truex, Byron, Kyle Busch, Briscoe, Custer, Bubba Wallace, Ty Dillon, and Justin Haley all come down to pit road with just 3 laps to go. So the race will indeed end under caution. Joey Logano will take the win. In second place, Eric Almirola. Third place, Ryan Blaney. Fourth place, Kyle Larson. Fifth place, Denny Hamlin. Sixth place, Christopher Bell. Seventh place, Kevin Harvick. Eighth place, Brandon. Ninth place, Chase Elliott. And we round out the top 10, so not bad for fighting late into the race. So after Richmond, Logano moves up into 5th with his 1 win. We have 10 different winners on the year. Tyler Reddick is your cutoff driver, 5 over Chase Elliott, 6 over Suarez. Kyle Busch took a big hit, 19 points back, but Custer got reeled in just a little bit, only 21 to the good, and we head to Chase Elliott's stomping ground at Watkins Glen next week for a road course. Should be exciting. Will we get another first-time winner? We will see, but like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for Watkins Glen. Take care.